Okay, I'm here with Jynai MacDonald, who's running for City Council in the city of Springfield. How are we doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Okay, so I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Kelly Moriarty-Finn and Kenzie Gillette. You ran 2 years ago.
I did.
What did you learn from that experience that you are applying to this experience?
Well, one, I learned that, I'm in it for the long haul. And if I really want to see change, how dare I run, lose, and not come back? And so what I also noticed is that I needed to kind of focus my efforts a little bit more and up my communication and make sure that my constituents are aware of the real issues that I care about. I think something that I did in 2017 was people decided that they liked me a little bit, that I came off pleasant, but they didn't quite know where I stood on certain issues. And so that's something that I'm doing differently. And I'm also doing a lot more to actually start doing the work before I get elected, right? So when people are complaining about, their sidewalks or their trees need to be trimmed, I'm encouraging them to make those calls to 311. I'm doing the follow-up calls to 311. I'm working on getting those applications from DPW so that they can get on the wait list to have their sidewalks repaired. So I'm already doing the work. And I think that's a drastic difference from what I was doing running at large in 2017. And I also think that's the beauty of being able to run ward, is that I can really concentrate and focus those efforts and truly serve my constituents.
Now, which ward are you running on?
Ward 4.
Ward 4,
yes.
Okay. A lot of people who've talked to us this afternoon have talked about what constituents are saying when they meet them door to door and that type of thing. What are people saying to you are their priorities?
Right. People want to actually see the change in their neighborhood. People want to make sure that their property values are still high. People want to see the blighted property being removed. Ward 4 does have its fair share of homes. It has a historic district. It's a very beautiful place to live, and the residents really just want to make sure it stays that way. There are parks. We have a few parks in Ward 4 that people would like to see better developed. We have Hennessy Park that, the grass is cut and it's well maintained, but they would like to see more developments. Maybe a splash pad or a playground for young people so that we can see people engaged in using the park, not just when the community or public safety is hosting events there. Public safety is definitely always at the top. I think that's a citywide issue, but Ward 4. And so we have a great C3 unit. Ward 4 works, really well with them, but people would just like to see a bit more police presence out of their cruisers, maybe walking the beat and things like that.
Okay. In terms of economic development, is there anything you'd like to see?
Oh, definitely. So Ward 4 people know Mason Square, from my grandparents and my parents, it was once booming with businesses, micro businesses and small businesses. And that's something that's slowly starting to reoccur back in Ward 4, and we would love to see that happen. We have a couple empty plazas and storefronts that we need to work with, our city, to make people aware of the grants that they have for brick and mortar businesses so that they can access those resources and either upgrade their current business or upgrade their sidewalk appearance or establish a new business.
Excellent. Jynai, thank you much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
All right.